Welcome back, viewers, to round 3 of the Elite Karting Series here from Daytona Milton Keynes, and you join us now for race number 2. And I'm going to hand over now to our commentators, Tom Dillon and Yusuf bin Suhail.
Having a look at the grid for race 2, then you see that Casey Baughan is again on pole position with a 1:08.7. Dylan Davis, 500th of a second behind his teammates in second. Andrew McWilliam in third. Philip Babalal starting in fourth. JJ Hind in fifth. Sam Cole in sixth, just a little bit of a ways behind JJ. Actually, only 200th in it there for that battle for fifth. Ollie Smith starts in seventh with Tom Langford in eighth. Jamie Sherman-Chase starting in ninth with Bertie Bream, rounding out the top 10. Ben Sanders is in 11th with Samuel Rasool in 12th. Dana Rohan in 13th. Callum Bendelow starting in 14th. Abby Standers 15th. Henry Barrington in 16th. Finally, Aditya Dubey with 112.5 rounding out the grid. A total field spread of 3 seconds. As for the heavyweights, James Brown starts on pole position once again in his pursuit for a perfect weekend. 109.4 for him. Tom Angier alongside him, beating his championship rival Matthew Bolton to the second spot. Matthew in third, 4/10 of a second behind the leader. Matt Putland starts fourth with Dane Christensen rounding out the grid in fifth. Pace kart pulling into the pits then. Race 2 of the Elite Karting Series at Milton Keynes about to get underway, and here we go. Fantastic start by Dylan Davis actually alongside, and onto the curb goes Andrew McWilliam for a moment there. Can Andrew get down the inside into the lead of the race? He can't. Looks like Philip Babalal is attacking Sam Cole and is able to get the fourth spot into turn 2. Casey holds on to the lead of the race as we start with the heavyweights. It is James on pole position, of course. Here they go down into turn 1. Tom gets a flying start around the outside. Can he hold on to it though and get himself into the lead of the race? It's a good braking performance from James Brown, and there he goes. Tom Angier still alongside, actually pipped to the post by Matthew Bolton. Yusuf,
I don't know if you caught it in the lightweights. Philip Babalal sent one up the inside into turn 4 on Andrew McWilliam. So Philip Babalal is now up into P3 and is trying to hunt down Dylan Davis as we've got two side by side heading down into turn 6, but just has to back out the move from the inside.
And well, as the heavyweights go up into our view at the top of the circuit, the lightweights make their way around the final couple of corners, and it is Casey Baughan in the lead of the race once more. Dylan Davis, the story this time though, is under pressure for Philip Babalal. Can Philip get one up the inside into the final corner? He can't on this occasion. He's going to have to wait for the time being. Here he goes though, a very good run out of turn 1. Can he get him up into turn 2? Not the heaviest of braking zones, so he just has to stay behind for the time being. Meanwhile, further back there is a battle going on at the back of the lightweights. Yusuf, I don't know if you can see what's going on there. Is there some side-by-side action?
Yeah, Philip Babalal trying to get up the inside of Davis, and right behind him he's got Sam Cole, who's also been able to find a way through on Andrew McWilliam. Sam Cole, who finished third in our previous heat as our heavyweight. Super close heading into the chicane of turns 2 and 3. A bit of nose chopping occurring, but it is James Brown who leads the heavyweights down into turn 5 as we await the lightweights to make their way out of Clifton.
James Brown was absolutely rapid. He's a Milton Keynes regular in those heavyweights, and well, he caught up to the lightweights in the first of our 3 races today, and I'm sure he's expecting more of the same today. But look at this scrap going on further behind. It is I believe Sam Cole up into 3rd position. Andrew McWilliam there goes down the inside. Philip Babalal on JJ Hind. JJ's all over the curb. Here he goes, still down the inside. Philip now onto the curb. JJ still trying to muscle his way through here, and eventually, with a little bit of argy-bargy, gets the elbows out, is able to get through. There's further battling going on. Tom Langford now as Ollie Smith all over the curb, almost collects himself into the tyre barrier. Philip Babalal loses yet another place to Tom Langford on this occasion. That is spectacular stuff, and there, I think, is a mistake. What's going on there? Someone's slow.
Is that Oliver Smith?
I think he was letting someone through.
Possibly, but Philip Babalal's gone from 3rd all the way down to 7th in the space of, what, a few quarters. So something clearly happened down at turn 8 or through cliff drop, but Philip Babalal has so much work to do now.
He has, and that's frustrating for him. He had a decent round at Sandown, a couple of mistakes cost him a little bit towards the end of that event, but trying to have a change of fortunes here at his favourite track. We assume he is a Milton Keynes D-Max regular, so we assume this is his favourite track, at least his most experienced track and unfortunately not turning out for him at the moment. JJ Hyde looking very racy. It's a gaggle of cars. Andrew McWilliam looking to attack Sam Cole. JJ Hyde is there trying to pounce if he gets the opportunity as they make their way through. Ollie Smith goes down the inside and I think is able to get that position. Which card is that on as he still tries to muscle his way around the outside? It looks like that might be Jamie Sherman Chase that has just about overtaken him.
Yeah, really close. They were practically neck and neck. I think Jamie is actually the driver in front of him. So this is the battle for P9 between 9 and 10. We've got a battle. Dylan Davis has been reeled in.
He has, and it's Andrew McWilliam trying to attack him. JJ Hyde going on the outside line with him. They're going to disappear out of our view for a moment. JJ Hyde looking down the inside. You can just about see that Andrew McWilliam is able to muscle his way past Sam Cole. JJ Hyde able to get past as well. Fantastic stuff between the two of them. So as we have it right now, as they disappear out the back of the circuit, wait for them to come back into view. It looks like it's Casey Baughan from Dylan Davis, Andrew McWilliam now in third with JJ Hyde in fourth and Sam Cole in fifth. There is another battle as Dylan Davis under pressure from Andrew McWilliam now.
Andrew McWilliam's looking left, he's looking right, he's looking all sides, but he can't find a way through on Dylan Davis, who holds on to second place into the hairpin. JJ Hyde just watching this all unfold from in front of him, hoping that he can carve his way through before he loses what was a very well earned place of P4 to Sam Cole, who'll be looking for some vengeance, because remember, Sam Cole was running in third. He's dropped down to fifth, and Thomas Langford's right behind him, as is Philip Babula. Babula goes up the inside of Langford and reclaims the position.
And Andrew now looking to find a way past Dylan Davis once more. JJ tucking in behind to Sam Cole, looking to pick up the piece of whatever happens. I think as they go up through that back part of the circuit, it's going to be quite difficult for them to make a move. You can see Andrew maybe squirming to try and find the inside, but not quite able to do so. Meanwhile, of course, Tom Angier and Matthew Bolton are having a battle. They're not really frenetic at the moment. They haven't had much side-by-side action, but the two old friends, and I suppose old foes as well, are just having a little bit of fun out there.
So there goes Casey Baughan, he's well clear, but here is our battle for second. Still Dylan Davis in second place. Andrew McWilliam searching for a way through. JJ, I thought he was going to have a send. He has to go for it. Andrew leaves him space, but that's going to allow Sam Cole through.
It's a bump and pass. That might be a warning flag as well, as down the inside goes Sam Cole now. Here is Tom Langford trying to get involved. Philip Babalal will try and follow him through on the inside line. JJ just cuts across into turn one. Very smart indeed from the young driver, and needs to think about championship points as well. Trophies, Yusuf, if those aren't aware in this series, are given out based on overall position in the event, not in how you finish in the individual heats. But Andrew now gets a run on Dylan and looks to the inside. He just about thinks against it though.
Backs out of the booth, but this is allowing so many other drivers to close in. You've got Jamie Sherman Chase closing in, Ben Sanders as well. I think whoever's in 10th and 11th also closing in, one of which is Oliver Smith, who had a very good opening heat, and let's see how close that field is once they make their way out of turn 8. Casey Baughan is going to be leading by a complete country mile, but it's all about this battle for P2.
By a country mile. It's about 5 seconds at the moment. Here's Andrew around the outside. It's got to be a brave move. I'll have the inside for that hairpin. He gets to the inside line and gets P2 against his old friend Dylan Davis. Dylan all over the curb, trying to now defend from Sam Cole, who looks around the outside. He's going to have to go for a switchback if he wants to do it. There's JJ on the two of them, through into second position. Dylan's still alongside. JJ trying to hold up Dylan into the tyre barrier, puts his hand up as well. He's frustrated with that, but a fantastic move from JJ Hind.
Great move from JJ, but you know what? Full credit has to be given there to Andrew McWilliam. What a move, lad. Round the outside of turn 9, sticks it into turn 10. Great racing.
JJ as well to part the seas, go through the two of them. Dylan's not too happy. He's lost a few more positions now. I think Philip Babalal has managed to find his way past him too. As we read the order at this stage in the race, just a couple of minutes left now. Casey Baughan, Andrew McWilliam, Dylan Davis. JJ Hyde will be in third now. Dylan has fallen a couple of times down. Our timing screens only update at the end of the lap, so it's quite difficult to see at this stage. But my heart is racing. That was incredible stuff.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And I wonder if Dylan Davis is going to be making or putting a bit of this down to the car, because his pace just hasn't been there quite compared to his first heat today. And this is only the heat. We've still got a final to go, and look how far Dylan Davis has dropped through the field. He's going to lose another position into the final corner, and in about 1 or 2 laps, he's dropped from second all the way down to practically, I think he is outside the top 10.
Well, he loses yet another position, still trying to attack it. He's all over that tyre wall on driver's right as you go out of turn 1. Andrew McWilliam under pressure from JJ Hind, who's on a brave drive through the field here. Andrew has done all the work in a positive direction. All of a sudden looks over his shoulder, and JJ Hind is there to try and ruin his race. Casey Baughan leads then from Andrew McWilliam. JJ Hind in third. To confirm what you said, Yusuf, Dylan Davis falls down to 9th, I think, just behind Ben Sanders. Meanwhile, of course, James Brown is leading in the heavyweights. I can see Tom Angier looking up the inside of Matthew Bolton, not able to make that move on that occasion. He's just got to sit behind for a moment and wait for that opportunity to present itself. But those two, I mean, they're around in front in the championship. They're enjoying themselves anyway.
Andrew McWilliam has seemed to get a cart length so to JJ, can try to pull away Sam Cole running in P4. Can he close in? Philip Babulal getting a decent run on Tom Langford, but not quite enough to pull alongside into the final corner. We are entering the last lap of the race now. Tom, this is the last opportunity for Philip Babulal to gain a place. And where is Dylan Davis? Has he got a black flag?
It's either a black flag or he's unhappy with the card. I would suggest it's potentially a black flag as the marshal running out to assist him. So we'll wait to see what Dylan has to say in a potential post-race interview, though I'm not too sure how happy he'll be to have a chat with us. He's gone into the penalty box, the sin bin, so there you go. That is him frustrated and upset. There's a battle going on. I think that Abby Sanders down the inside of two carts and up into one of the lower positions, I'm afraid to say. She's sitting down in 14th. That was on Callum Bendelow, I think, up into 13th. Anger's looking down the inside of Matthew Bolton, but as we see, Casey into the final couple of corners. I mean, look at that gap. It's up to about 6-7 seconds, 5.1. Here he goes round that final corner now, as there's still a battle going on here. I think that's Tom Langford up ahead of Philip Babalal. Casey takes the flag. He is going to win his second race on the trot. It's going to be Andrew just narrowly ahead of JJ Hind into second, JJ into third. They're going to drag race to the line for 5th and 6th and 7th, I should say. Meanwhile, what's happening further back, Yusuf?
So it is Philip Babulal who takes 6th. Then comes Jamie Shearman, Chase in 7th, Ben Sanders and Oliver Smith. Now we've got our heavyweights making their way to the line. It's going to be a second heat win of the day for James Brown, who continues his impressive round so far.
Indeed, and well, your final classification then: Casey Baughan from Andrew McWilliam, JJ Hind in 3rd, Sam Cole in 4th, Thomas Langford 5th, Philip Babalal in 6th, Jamie Sherman Chase in 7th, Ben Sanders in 8th, Ollie Smith and Bertie Bream round out the top 10, Samuel Rasool in 11th with 116 Anonymous in 12th, Abby Sanders 13th, Callum Bengelow 14th, Dana Rohan 15th, James Brown, Matthew Bolton, Angia Putland, Christensen, Aditya Dubey and retirement from the race, Dylan Davis. We'll be back in a few moments' time for our second race, and that's our third race, our feature race, I should say. So we'll see you then.